Welcome Inside the Lines. I am Greg Sussman. He is Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Knicks are in Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. According to the FanDuel Sportsbook, they are a 2.5-point underdog. The game total sits at 216. Last time the Knicks and Cavs faced off, the Knicks won pretty easily. Tonight, they're in Cleveland as underdogs, as I mentioned, and it's not a spot where Cleveland as a favorite has been very comfortable in.
No, they have not. They've been a favorite in 7 games this year, Greg, and they are 0-7 against the spread in those games. That's why this spread is a little bit interesting, right? The Cavs are 2.5-point favorites in this game, and you mentioned what happened last time they played. The Cavs are on a 3-game losing streak right now. They've covered just twice in their last 7 games as well against the spread. The Knicks are coming off a really big win against the Indiana Pacers, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference right now, and they out-rebounded the Pacers in that game 64-42. And coming into tonight, the Knicks are 7th in the NBA in rebounding, while the Pacers are just 20th in that category. So I think that's a clear advantage for the Knicks tonight, Greg.
In that game a couple of weeks back, the two teams combined for 192 points. It's way under this number of 216. And both teams have trouble scoring. The Knicks and the Cavaliers, 27th and 28th, respectively, in the NBA in scoring, despite the Cavaliers being over their number in 9 of the last 11 games.
Somebody who doesn't have a problem scoring is Marcus Morris, and I'm looking at him to have a big game tonight for the New York Knicks. He scored 28 points in that win against the Indiana Pacers, and in 3 games against the Cavs this year, he's averaging just over 20 points per game. I know that R.J. Barrett is still out. Julius Randle is a little bit banged up as well, so I'm looking for Marcus Morris to have a big game tonight against the Pacers, Greg.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Victor Oladipo leads his team against the Dallas Mavericks. Stick around. Whole lot more Inside the Lines coming your way right after this.
They say less is more, but we believe more is more. That's why we built FanDuel Sportsbook with more ways to bet, more ways to fund your account, more ways to cash in, and more ways to cash out, with payouts delivered straight to your bank account in as little as 48 hours. You want more? You got it. Join today and get a risk-free bet worth up to $500. FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
Back Inside the Lines, Greg Sussman and Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Pacers are hosting the Dallas Mavericks, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook. The spread sits at a 5-point favorite for Indiana. The total sits at 212.5. It's the first time this season the Pacers will not have T.J. Warren in the lineup, but they will have Victor Oladipo and, of course, Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries in this game, Greg, so I'm going to stay away from the side. I think it's very interesting that the Mavs on the road this season are 15-5-2 against the spread, while the Indiana Pacers are 12-9-3 against the spread at home. So because of that, and because of so many injuries, so many players being out, no Luka Doncic in this game, no T.J. Warren for the Indiana Pacers, I'm staying away from the side, but I do like Domantas Sabonis to go over his point total in this game, to go over 18.5 points. The first-time All-Star had 25 points on Saturday against the New York Knicks, and with no T.J. Warren in the lineup, T.J. Warren's their second leading scorer at 18.1 points per game. I think that'll lead to more usage and more opportunities for Domantas Sabonis in this game. Give me over 18.5 points tonight.
Yeah, without Warren, as we said, for the first time this season, I don't know where the Pacers' scoring is going to come from. Oladipo is just 4 of 22 since coming back into the game. I know there's no Seth Curry for Dallas. I know there's no Luka Doncic for Dallas, but there is Jalen Brunson. We'll get to him in a few moments. I like Dallas +5 tonight. Let's go over to the Miami Heat, who are hosting the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. The Heat are a 3-point favorite. The game total sits at 212. It's two of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. It's the 4th time these teams are playing already this season, Frankie.
Yeah, and in those previous 3 games, Miami is 1-1-1 against the spread, so they do play each other close. However, the 76ers have kind of hit a wall here. They've lost 2 games in a row against the Hawks of all teams and the Boston Celtics. In those 2 games, Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers allowed the Hawks and Celtics to combine for 47.9% from the field. Miami's one of the best teams in the league in terms of shooting efficiently. I think the Heat get it done tonight. I'm laying the points. Give me Miami -3.
For me, 2 of the 3 games they played already went under. The only one that didn't went to overtime. They'll go under again tonight. Let's move over to our dollar holler, our long shot bets of the night. For me, the Dallas Mavericks, I mentioned it before. Jalen Brunson's going to step up without Luka Doncic. I think he has 20 or more points tonight. I think Dallas wins, and you can get that at +1020.
I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns and DeAndre Ayton to score 25-plus points and get a win against the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets have struggled against big men all season long. You're getting that at +690 tonight.
The Knicks and the Cavaliers is coming up. Well, first, it's Knicks game night. Enjoy the game, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Inside the Lines.